Welcome to Sunday School for Sunday, April 12th, 2026 for our senior high students. I do not own the rights to this music. The Bible basis is coming out of Luke chapter 7, verses 36 through 50. The Bible truth, a reversal of shame. The title of today's story, The Big Joke. Terry loved a good joke. She usually got the last laugh on everyone. Terry's friends were not offended because it was all in fun. Terry's jokes became the talk of the school. She loved the attention, so the jokes became more elaborate and extreme. People told Terry that she should record her jokes and put them on the internet. One day, Tina, Terry's best friend, told her something very personal. Recording her secret would be the joke of the year. Terry thought, She's laughed at so many of my jokes. She'll think this is funny too. Terry sneakily recorded Tina and then posted it on her social media page. The next day, Tina came to school to find everyone laughing at her. She asked Terry, "Why is everyone laughing at me?" Terry showed Tina the post. "Gotcha!" Tina was so embarrassed that she cried and screamed to Terry, "I hate you. Don't ever talk to me again." "You can't take a joke," Terry said. "Whatever." Terry did not see Tina at school for a few days and became concerned. She called Tina with no response. She went to Tina's house and asked Tina's mom if she was okay. She said, "No, she's not. The joke you played on Tina depressed her so much that she doesn't want to go back to school anymore." Terry began to cry in shock that she had hurt her friend so badly with her joke. Terry ran upstairs, crying, and begged Tina to forgive her. Tina grabbed her hand and said, "We are friends for life. I forgive you. But please don't do this again." "Don't worry, I won't," Terry said. The lesson scripture, Luke chapter 7, verses 36 through 50. This is the King James Version. "And one of the Pharisees desired him, that he would eat with him. And he went into the Pharisee's house, and sat down to meat. And behold, a woman in the city, which was a sinner, when she knew that Jesus sat at meat in the Pharisee's house, brought an alabaster box of ointment, and stood at his feet, behind him weeping, and began to wash his feet with tears, and did wipe them with the hairs of her head, and kissed his feet, and anointed them with the ointment. Now when the Pharisee which had bidden him saw it, he spake within himself, saying, This man, if he were a prophet, would have known who and what manner of woman this is that toucheth him, for she is a sinner. And Jesus answering said unto him, Simon, I have somewhat to say unto thee. And he saith, Master, say on. There was a certain creditor which had two debtors. The one owed 500 pence, and the other 50. And when they had nothing to pay, he frankly forgave them both. Tell me therefore, which of them will love him most? Simon answered and said, I suppose that he, to whom he forgave most. And he said unto him, Thou hast rightly judged. And he turned to the woman, and said unto Simon, Seest thou this woman? I entered into thy house, thou gavest me no water for my feet, but she hath washed my feet with tears, and wiped them with the hairs of her head. Thou gavest me no kiss, but this woman, since the time I came in, have not ceased to kiss my feet. My head with oil thou didst not anoint, but this woman hath anointed my feet with ointment. Wherefore I say unto thee, her sins which are many are forgiven, for she loved much. But to whom little is forgiven, the same loveth little. And he said unto her, Thy sins are forgiven. And they that sat at meat with him began to say within themselves, Who is this that forgiveth sins also? And he said to the woman, Thy faith hath saved thee. Go in peace. Jesus did something very bold. He went where people hated him and showed love for a person considered unlovable. The Pharisee did not invite Jesus to his house to be friendly, but because he wanted to show that Jesus was a threat to the people, that a woman who had made many mistakes in her life began washing Jesus' feet, showing the respect and humility she had for him. In biblical times, guests had their feet washed as a way to welcome them. Jesus decided to forgive this woman publicly because she was truly sorry for what she had done, and he used this to teach a lesson about forgiveness. Sometimes in life, people are remorseful to the point of tears about something they did or said, just like Tina cared for her best friend, Terry, and forgave her for causing her hurt. Jesus' response to a sinful woman provided real forgiveness and peace because she loved him so much. If you want peace in your life, forgive those who do wrong because Jesus forgives you. The questions from our story today. Number 1, why was Terry wrong to play jokes on other people? Number 2, do you think she should have listened to other people and recorded her joke? Number 3, would you have played a joke like the one Terry played on Tina? Number 4, would you have forgiven Terry? Why or why not? The questions from our lesson text. Number 1, what was the Pharisees' response to Jesus allowing the woman to wash his feet? Number 2, what was Jesus' response to the Pharisees' negative thought? Number 3, who in the story Jesus told was more thankful? Because we are human, we have experienced many regrets. Sometimes our regrets make us sad or angry. Think about 1 or 2 regrets you have and ways you can work through how you feel about them. Think about ways you could try to avoid experiencing these regrets again. The memory verse, wherefore I say unto thee, her sins which are many are forgiven, for she loved much. But to whom little is forgiven, the same loveth little. From Luke chapter 7, verse 47. The end. And God bless you and thank you for joining me today.